Humpty Dance is your chance. Do the hump. Come on, do the Humpty Hump. I don't know. That just came into my head, mad random when I started to set this up for recording, man. Rest in peace to Shock J. You could have been anywhere in the YouTube world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Welcome back to House Day Views. And on this installment, we're talking about the November 22nd edition of Monday Night Raw. Let's run down the card. Let's talk about what went down. So like I said in the last review when I was going over Survivor Series, that there were several plugs for The Rock throughout the night, with it being his 25th anniversary since his debut, and also to promote his new Netflix movie called Red Notice. So in the movie Red Notice, Rock has to track down 3 eggs, one of them being Cleopatra's egg. So The Rock gave Vince a commemorative egg from the movie. A nice little gift for Vince McMahon. Somewhere in the night during the pay-per-view, he shows off the egg, says, "Hey, look, The Rock got this for me as a gift." But later on in the night, it turns out that someone would end up stealing the egg. Did I think anything of this? No. Did I think that it was going to be a whole storyline the next night? No. Did I think that was going to really be the focal point of this entire episode of Raw? No. But it was. The night started off with Vince sitting down with Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce saying, "Hey, listen, man, I need y'all to help me figure out who stole this egg. So go through the superstars, run through the superstars, and if you could find out who did it, the person who presents the person who stole the egg, then I will award that person with a shot at the WWE Championship." So yes, this whole mystery golden egg thing is now canon and is now storyline. WWE. What's going on, man? Whatever, let's just rock with it with this episode and let's see what goes down. So to think that the night didn't start off weirdly enough, we get a segment with Randy Orton backstage talking to the backstage interviewer person. I'm still not familiar with what his name is. It seems that Randy can't find Matt Riddle. He's looking around, figuring out where Matt Riddle went. He said that the last time that he saw him is when they were celebrating their victory from Survivor Series. So then Randy Orton looks out in the distance as he's talking to this interviewer guy, and he instantly takes a breath and drops his head, and then into the frame comes Matt Riddle. I guess he's trying to look like Randy Orton, so he has this fake ass goatee on, has that like hoodie vest that Randy Orton be wearing. He has this serious voice and he puffs his chest out. It was just so funny, yo. Matt Riddle is one of the funniest superstars that they have on the roster right now. He definitely gives me, stoner Rob Van Dam vibes, but he's very entertaining, man. Matt Riddle's so funny. So then we get the first actual match of the night. We get Matt Riddle cosplaying as Randy Orton going up against Dolph Ziggler cosplaying as Shawn Michaels. No, I'm joking. We get Matt Riddle versus Dolph Ziggler. The match was pretty smooth, pretty even. It would come down to its end when Matt Riddle would hit Dolph Ziggler with the RKO. This made Randy Orton mark out on ringside. It made Randy Orton pop. He just got gassed up when Matt Riddle used his special on someone else and actually won the match with it. After the match, Dolph Ziggler's partner Bobby Roode tried to run in on Matt Riddle, tried to punch on Matt Riddle, but then Randy Orton would come to his tag team partner's rescue. And as a nice little ode, a nice little dedication to Matt Riddle, Randy Orton would repay Matt by using Matt Riddle's finisher, which is called the Bro Derek, on Bobby Roode. I felt like that was a nice little funny segment. The chemistry between Randy Orton and Matt Riddle was pretty cool. I thought that there would have been a turn by now, but I actually like that they're still a unit. And let's see what happens with them going forward. Next, we cut to a little backstage segment when everybody's frantically looking for Vince McMahon's golden egg. We get R-Truth being R-Truth's goofy self running into one of the random backstage rooms saying, "Oh, it's not in there, it's not in there." It's just a goofy little segment. Everybody's scrambling. Everybody's looking for the egg. Either that or looking for who has it. So after we get that little backstage segment where everybody's scrambling for the egg, Becky Lynch comes out to the ring and she cuts a promo after last night's match that she had with Charlotte Flair. She goes on to say how much of a friend Charlotte is, and it sucks that their relationship got so sour. She pretty much took the same promo, like the same post-match promo that she cut at the end of Survivor Series. It was like a WWE YouTube exclusive. She pretty much took that same promo and cut it down, saying that it sucks that it had to come down to that between her and Charlotte. But hey, listen, now she could take on something new. And then she goes out to the crowd and say, hey, you guys love when we take on new people, right? You guys love new things. So who should take me on for the WWE Women's Championship? Should it be Rhea Ripley? Rhea Ripley got a little moderate response, which worried me. Yo, booking, they take stuff like that seriously, and you could tell. So it worried me when the crowd didn't make too much noise for Rhea. Then she mentions Bianca Belair. Bianca gets a loud pop, of course, with the year that she's been having and the fact that she was the sole survivor of the Women's Survivor Series match. Then she mentions Liv Morgan, which got the loudest pop out of all three of them. And after she mentions those names, she takes out a major shoot. She shoots on the crowd. She goes, oh, it's crazy how you guys are showing love to these people that I'm mentioning. Last night, during that 5-on-5 Women's Survivor Series match, y'all took a shit all over the match. When those women were doing their best, trying their best to prove themselves to you, y'all started y'all little waves, y'all started y'all stupid chants. Like she started shooting. And I like that Becky Lynch did that. I like that Becky Lynch addressed how goofy the crowd was being during that match. But then it goes right back to a work promo when she goes, hey, listen, at the end of the day, I kind of agree with y'all, because who gonna handle me? Like, who gonna step up to the plate and take this belt away from me? So, you know, she kind of did a little shoot promo, but she turned it back into a work. She kind of, you know, bridged the gap between the two, you know, keeping it professional to end off the promo. And I loved it, man. Becky Lynch pretty much saying, hey, Liv Morgan ain't got the sauce, Liv Morgan ain't ready, and I'm gonna hold on to this title as long as I want to. She raises the belt. Oh, all that good shit goes down. So after Becky cuts her promo, we actually get a match from one of the women that she mentioned. We get a one-on-one match when Bianca Belair takes on Tamina Snuka. Now, Tamina, as much respect I got for Tamina, she's been there for a minute, has to be a locker room leader. She took the L. We already know how it goes with Tamina Snuka. Very limited. Super kicks here. Samoan drops there. Bianca Belair did a thing. Pinned her. Took out 1, 2, 3. That was it. Bianca Belair wins the match. After the match, we get a post-match run-in from Doudrop. She comes out, puts the beat down on Bianca, does the cross body that she does, her little cross body splash finisher that she does. And she's just letting us know that the storyline that they started before the Survivor Series is continuing. We will eventually get this one-on-one confrontation between Bianca Belair and Doudrop. I can see it going down next Monday. If not next Monday, then possibly the following Monday. I don't see them dragging this out all the way to day one, but we'll see what WWE got in the tank as far as how they're going to write the story for these two individuals. Next, we get a one-on-one contest between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Before the match starts, Seth is in the ring. He cuts a promo talking about the Survivor Series match, how he was the sole survivor, how he felt like that he carried the entire Raw team on his back. He talked about how Kevin Owens pretty much lived up to what he said the type of person that Kevin Owens was. And as he's cutting this promo, that's when Finn interrupts him. And we never actually get a start to this match. They start fighting on the outside of the ring. Seth would hit Finn with the stairs, slam his head on the announcer's table, and he would hit him with a couple of curb stomps to knock him out. So we never get a start of this match. The bell never rings, and Seth just put the beat down on Finn. However, what everyone is talking about, unfortunately, is not this segment, but immediately after, as Seth Rollins was walking up the entrance ramp to go backstage, a fan hopped the guardrail and tackled Seth Rollins. And this wasn't like no light tackle. This was on some NFL blitz type shit. This was on some Madden 05 hit stick type shit. Where was the security? Because it's not like the dude hopped over right on that side where Seth Rollins was coming up over the side rail. Dude, man, had to come from like the Titantron, like the side of the Tron, because he came from around and then like cut Seth Rollins off right by the end of the ramp as he was coming out, right before he got to the big part of the Titantron. Where was Barclays security? Where was Brooklyn security? How come nobody ain't mow that man down before he got to Seth Rollins. All Seth Rollins had for backup for at least a solid 5 seconds was the closest ref. Whoever that ref was, shout out to you, bro. But he looked petrified. He looked terrified. He looked like he didn't know what to do. And he just tried his best to help Seth Rollins deal with the situation. And shout out to Seth for dealing with it as, you know, as professional as he possibly could. We've seen these instances in the past, and we've heard all the performers say the same thing. Once you hop over that rail, you are fair game. So the second that Seth realizes that he got hit, boy got out of the hole, got a couple of hits in, cursed him out, and he just got right back into character by the time that the camera hit his face. Fans, I don't know what gets y'all in the mood to hop over the banister. Maybe y'all drunk as shit, but you gotta realize you can't be jeopardizing your safety, the performer's safety, the safety of the people involved, like the crowd. Like, they don't know what you're capable of. People are sick as fuck these days. So, respect to Seth and the officials and whoever involved. They dealt with the situation the best way they could have possibly dealt with the situation. Once that chaos was through, we get a couple of backstage segments. This was just a segment as night, but we get an update on the search for Vince McMahon's golden egg. Sami Zayn saying, hey, I think I know who did it. I think I got your guy. I'll be right back once I go get him. Then we pan over to Kevin Owens. He's saying, hey, I'm just being the bad guy that y'all want me to be, referencing Survivor Series and his walkout. And then he goes on to say that I'm gonna find this gold egg so I could get my shot at the WWE Championship. I'm telling you, big gold egg, the storyline of the night. I swear, it's almost like playing Banjo-Kazooie or something. So next we get a tag team match where we get the Street Profits going against the team of AJ Styles and Omos. Now, these teams have been fighting each other for the majority of the year, but the match comes down to its end oddly when the babyface Street Profits decided to spray down Omos and AJ Styles with a fire extinguisher. And then that's the end of that. Okay, I guess. But then after that is something that I saw coming once Zelina Vega won the Queen's Crown tournament. Her and Carmella started to buddy up. So I don't know why, but I'm like, yo, they're probably going to put the tag titles on them, aren't they? I should have mentioned it in a prior review. But I just felt like that they were eventually going to become tag champions. Either they were going to start beefing, then they'll probably start getting along, and then they'll become tag team champions. But of course, there's going to be some animosity between the two. They're heels, so who cares if they get along or not? But for this night, they got along, and they got the job done. Zelina Vega and Carmella defeated the team of Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH, and they are the new Women's Tag Team Champions. The match will come down to its end as Nikki Cross was sticking her head from under the second rope. Carmella would hit her with a super kick to the side of the head. After that, Zelina Vega would take advantage and hit Nikki ASH with the code red. 1, 2, 3, and we have new Women's Tag Team Champions. And they're probably going to keep the belts on them for a little while until they realize what they're going to do next, because they have no tag teams in their women's division. So these two are going to probably hold the tag team titles until they figure out who else they want to match together and throw into a tag team. But shout out to the ladies and good luck to y'all. After that, we cut to commercial and come back. We get a backstage segment with Vince McMahon and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn presents Vince McMahon with the egg and Austin Theory. It turns out that Austin Theory is the one that stole the egg. And he tried to explain to Vince, like, hey, the only reason why I took the egg home is because I wanted to take selfies with it. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. Once Vince got his egg back, Vince McMahon goes, hey, thank you for giving me my egg. You, Austin, you're the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. Sammy's just sitting there like, yo, what the hell's going on? I found the guy. I'm the one that should be getting the #1 contender spot. I found the guy. That was your rule. You said whoever finds the egg or the person who has it gets the title shot. Vince was like, hey, look, man, no one likes a snitch. I'm giving this to Austin. It was so dumb. It was so dumb. Why go through all of this? Why go through all of this trouble just to set up a WWE Championship match between Austin Theory and Big E? You could have done that a different way. Why did you need the egg? Why did you need to speculate? And I'm so mad that it worked. I'm mad that it worked. I'm mad that it made me watch Raw. I'm mad that it made a lot of people probably stick around and watch Raw, probably because they were curious to see what WWE was going to do with this storyline. Good or bad, we knew it was going to be bad. and we still stuck around. Damn, is this what it means to be a fan of WWE and their product? Stick around and continuously get fed bullshit. Why do I still watch this shit? Why do I still watch this shit? God. Next, we get an actual one-on-one match for the 24/7 championship as Reggie defended the belt against Cedric Alexander of the Hurt Business. Now, usually there's like a big chase for the 24/7 championship. There's never usually an official match for it, but whenever there is a one-on-one contest, they turn the 24/7 rule off. So no interference into this match. One-on-one. Cedric Alexander is awesome in the ring. He did what he had to do. Clean victory for him. Reggie be more on his flippy stuff. Like, I see him do more flips than I've ever seen him do an actual move. So I don't know if he's trained a lot or has had a lot of time to train. But whatever, man. Cedric Alexander, he takes the 24/7 championship. But not too long after Cedric Alexander won the match and won the belt, Dana Brooke will run up on Cedric, roll him up for the 1, 2, 3, and now Dana Brooke is the new 24/7 champion. I feel like WWE put the belt on her just because she's been getting a lot of flack. Like, every single time that there's a batch of releases, there's tweets everywhere talking about, dag, yo, Dana Brooke survived another one. Damn, all these people that WWE had, all this talent that WWE had, yet Dana Brooke still has a job. And I feel like that's messed up. That's very mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, let the woman make her money, let the woman do what she gotta do, you know what I'm saying? And I guess WWE took notice with all the people talking crap about it on social media, and they gave her opportunity. Is it a women's championship? Nah, but it's a 24/7 championship, and it gives her something to do on Monday nights. So let's see what they do with Dana Brooke and this championship. I don't know if they're going to keep it on her until next week. I don't know if they're going to keep it on her until SmackDown on Friday, but who knows? In the meantime, in between time, shout out to Dana Brooke, and good luck to you. After that match, we get a handicap match with Rey Mysterio joining his son Dominic, going up against Bobby Lashley. 2 weeks in a row, Bobby Lashley has made a mockery of the Mysterio family, beating the dog out of Dominic, beating the dog out of Rey, and now he gets to beat the dog out of both of them. And that is exactly what happened. This match will come down to its end when Bobby Lashley applied the Hurt Lock on Dominic, swung him around like a little rag doll. Dominic taps, and Bobby Lashley comes away with the win. I don't know when they're going to pull the trigger on this whole Dominic-Rey Mysterio rivalry. I don't know who's going to turn heel on who. I don't know what's going to go down between the two. But after losing several tag matches in a row, after being kicked out of the Survivor Series team, and now being demolished weeks in a row by Bobby Lashley, something's got to give. I don't know what's going to give, but we'll see what happens. Before the match, MVP did take a couple of shots at the two and mentioned Rey Mysterio's wife and Dominic's mom. So I don't know if they're going to bring the whole Mysterio family back into the fold like how they did when they had the rivalry with Seth. But as always, we'll see in the future what WWE does with this story. Next, we get an in-ring segment with the United States champion, Damian Priest. Not too long after he started rambling, he gets interrupted by Apollo Crews, and right by his side, of course, is Commander Aziz. Apollo goes on to say, hey, look, man, I see that you're having this little Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of split personality drama going on in your head, and clearly you're not stable enough to be the United States champion. Me, I am 100% myself, and I should be your new United States champion. They're still teasing this feud that's supposed to happen between Apollo and Damian, but after Apollo states his case for the United States championship, Damian Priest lets out a challenge. Apollo declines it at that moment, but after Apollo declined the challenge, Sami Zayn, still frustrated over Austin Theory receiving the WWE Championship opportunity over him, he comes out, cuts off Apollo and say, hey, if you're not going to answer the challenge for the United States Championship, then I will gladly do so. So then we get the match one-on-one, Damian Priest defending the United States Championship against Sami Zayn. This match will come down to its end when Sami Zayn would tease Damian Priest holding the United States Championship over his shoulder on the outside of the ring. Sami would smack Damian across the face, making him very upset. He'll tap into his Damian mindset. I guess the Priest is his, calm, cool, chill, superstar dude, and then the Damian is his, evil side, his bad side, his I might get disqualified side. But anyway, Damian Priest would hit his move, hit the Reckoning on Sami Zayn, 1, 2, 3, and Damian Priest retains the United States Championship, going full force into his feud with Apollo Crews. Then we get the main event of the night, the secure of the Golden Egg himself, Austin Theory, receiving a one-on-one WWE Championship opportunity against the WWE Champion himself, Big E. This match was more of a setup and a continuation of stories. Austin Theory held his own, strapping young lad, man. He got it good. He got a good move set. He could go in the ring. So you could tell that they're going to build a nice future for him. Or they might release him in a couple of months. I don't know. WWE's real iffy with these new guys. But during the match, Seth Rollins comes out. He does this, looks towards the crowd to the left and the right, trying to make fun of and shed light on the situation that happened earlier in the night. Also, during the match, Kevin Owens comes out to watch the match as well. While Seth and Kevin are arguing on the outside of the ring, that distracts Austin Theory, gives it a nice setup for Big E to hit the big ending, 1, 2, 3, and Big E retains the WWE Championship. I don't know what they're going to do with this story between him, Seth, and Kevin, but I hope that this leads to a triple threat match. Triple threat match is one of my favorite match types in all of wrestling, and if it's booked well between Seth, who loves to go for high spots, between Big E, who loves to go for high spots, between Kevin Owens, who loves to go for high spots, and just those contrasts in styles between the three, I would love if they book a triple threat match between those guys, but we'll see what WWE does in the future with these stories. I don't know if they're going to have these matches on random episodes of Raw for kind of a ratings ploy to go up against AEW, or if they're going to hold off these rivalries, every rivalry that they have right now, hold them all off until the beginning of the year. I don't know if they're going to go the rest of 2021 without a big moment. I don't know if they're just going to wait until New Year's Day. So once again, thank you for joining me here on House Zay Views with another wrestling review. I know that this channel has quickly become nothing but wrestling and gaming, but again, thank you once again for tapping into the content. I'll shake it up eventually. Trust me, just continue to rock with me and you won't be disappointed. But until next time, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, turn them notifications on, engage, baby. Until next time, peace.